First time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for BDElite. You found us wherever you find your podcasts, online, whatever, but of course live.
On twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. Hello, Twitch room.
Yeah, maybe you don't hang out with us after we watch Dynamite or UpNXT or NXT on Tuesdays, but you can also watch the replays. As well as on our Twitch and on our YouTube.
Yeah, and if you're watching on our YouTube right now, youtube.com/upNXT, go hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Give us a like, write a nice comment, share it, do all that stuff. All of that helps us, and it's absolutely free to do.
Let us know you love us.
Yeah,
It's the holiday
give the old
season.
thumbs up.
Holiday season.
I always find it funny on YouTube when there's a thumb down on something, and it's like, what did I do?
Yeah, we get a
what's
lot
wrong?
It's because you're so woke.
So woke.
It's a little snowflake.
Yeah.
What was it?
Little woke boy on the right.
Little woke boy on the right. If you ever, kick off your hip hop career, that should be your name.
Little woke boy on the right.
I don't
It's
know.
an oxymoron, so I like that.
It's
Someone
nice.
ordered I don't think they know what straight edge is, but I was like, they went, I want to order a round of tequilas. I was like, just tequila, neat, anything with it? Like fruit or anything? And he goes, no, I want it straight edge. It's like, you want a straight edge tequila? What do you want to bite into a cactus or something like what?
Yeah, that's not.
What are we doing here? Do you know what that
Straight
is?
edge.
What that means? Bit of an oxymoron there.
Yeah. Damn. Well, did you give them tequila?
I did. I had a few tequilas that night. Yeah.
How are we doing? We did UpNXT last night. Talked about some NXT. Go hear all our thoughts on that. Talking all about Johnny Gargano. Hey, maybe we'll be talking about him on this show in the near future.
Who knows? Pretty sure we'll be talking about Kyle very soon.
Very, very soon.
But Johnny up in the air.
Johnny up in the air.
Johnny
wrestling.
maybe. That's
Johnny
who he is
maybe.
right now. Johnny
Yeah,
maybe.
I hope he's recouping. It's interesting. Kenny's taking some time off. Mox is off. Johnny Gargano's off. Some of the big guys from both sides of the thing just recouping. I saw some interesting news. I wanted to talk about it last night, but there's the new next in line, the NIL thing from WWE where they're bringing in all these like college athletes, university athletes and stuff like that. So it's like they signed a bunch of people. It's like out with the old, in with the new.
What is it? Like a kind of scholarship for college kind of thing?
I assume so, yeah. So I'm just knowing that we'll see these faces on.
Yeah, they're looking at a lot
NXT.
of like amateur wrestlers and basketball players and stuff, right?
I mean, hey, if you're athletic, then maybe it does lead to.
I mean, I think amateur wrestlers are definitely one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Like we've seen so many like great wrestlers in the past who have an amateur background. Obviously, like Brock and Angle. Then you've got like your Dolph Ziggler's as well. We've got the Creed brothers right now. Gable Steveson, they've just signed. So I think that makes sense, a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then just give them all gimmicks like poker players.
Yeah, exactly.
What else are they missing? They're missing like a country music star. It needs to recycle that back. Come around. They got to come up with all these wacky gimmicks for these kids. But it is interesting. Obviously, they've released a lot of people, but this like new next in line.
Yeah, so it's not like they're going to the PC, but I think it's more like we've got an eye on you, probably giving you a bit of money towards your college and stuff.
Yeah. There was another thing I saw that I don't know if there's any merit to it, but I like to look at the finer things in life. A lot of people were reporting that Kairi Sane, are you ready for this, has changed her social media bio on her platforms to former WWE superstar.
Ooh.
Former. Okay. WWE closed their offices in Japan, I think. It wasn't working out. NXT Japan didn't really work out the way they wanted. Kairi hasn't been wrestling. I know there was injuries and.
Well, I think she mainly went home to be with like her husband and stuff, right? And she did have a few like bad injuries towards the end of her WWE career. Yeah. But yeah, no, I did hear about this, and apparently someone tweeted saying like, does that mean like a return to the ring? And she kind of replied with a winky face or something like that.
Oh, how does this make you feel?
I will say though, there is I'm excited, obviously. I mean, what, Stardom? You'd imagine, would you?
Yeah.
I can't see her coming back stateside.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe going back to Stardom or something like that. I will say though, there's definitely sometimes a language barrier with emojis. Because I know when I was working in like Austria and Germany, quite often I'd meet a girl and they'd be sending texts and would be doing like the winky face emoji, and I'd be like, well, hey, I'm in.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, by the way, I've got a boyfriend. I'm like, what? You were winking at me? And like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm like, no, that's not what a wink means.
Oh.
It means you're being cheeky.
Right.
Come on. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but obviously I love Kairi Sane, Kairi Hojo. We've got multiple Kairis in the BDE 2.0 now.
We do, big fans.
We need to get her back on the set, to be honest.
She's been hanging out right behind the couch.
She's right by the Christmas tree right now.
She is, yeah. She's our angel.
She's literally hiding behind the Christmas tree at the moment.
She's our angel on our Christmas tree, Kairi Sane. Yeah, when friends who don't know wrestling come over, they definitely go, what's with the cutout of...
Yeah.
This
I have hidden her a couple of times.
We had put her away. Yeah.
Well, when I've got a few Heinekens in the fridge, I definitely hide Kairi Sane.
Put her in my room.
Yeah.
And you open the door, you just see her creeping.
It's nothing creepy. It's just we're a fan. We've got loads. We've got Jericho. We've got Omega here. We've got titles. We've got masks.
She needs a Santa hat on.
Well, we did give her a Santa hat last year, didn't we?
Yeah. She had a witch hat on for Halloween, so that's good. But yeah, I want to see Kairi Sane wrestle again. She's
absolutely
great. A lot of people were digging up old interviews from certain AEW talent who were like, yeah, like we wish we had her when they were starting. So that's a potential.
We did have I mean, this was during kind of the lockdown and stuff, but we did have the Japan USA AEW women's tournament, didn't we?
Yeah.
Last year, or was that this year? Who knows? This year's going on forever.
Yeah.
But I could see something like that would be cool. If she maybe did a few matches like in a tournament in Japan and then came over perhaps at the finals or something. But yeah, I miss Kairi Sane, so would be awesome to see her wrestling again.
WWE missed the boat with, no pun intended, not putting her on a pirate ship.
Yeah.
In some sort of way. See what I did there? But AEW would do that. You get the pirate versus the dentist. That's a match I want to see.
That would be good.
I want to see...
Hey, one sec. You just said you didn't want all these silly gimmicks, and now she's a pirates v dentist. But she is actually a pirate.
She's legit a pirate. Everyone
an actual
knows
pirate
that.
princess.
She's the captain now. Yeah, why would she come up with something so silly if it's not true? It's legit. No, Kairi versus Deeb versus Sheeta. There's so many different matchups there.
Riho.
Definitely Soho.
Yeah.
I would be interested. I just want to see Io versus Kairi one more time.
Oh yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
One day I can.
We need Asuka to return as well.
Yeah, where's Asuka?
She's injured right now, but I don't know. She seems to be out for a while. I think she's missed.
Yeah. Any other news coming up? Because there's like a lot of indie shows are kicking off. We got Bola announcing stuff daily. I could potentially see them announcing Kyle O'Reilly. I could see Kyle showing up in the near future in AEW. I think it just makes a good fit there. But it would be cool to see him kind of tie it up. I saw New Japan's doing Brody King versus Ishii.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I want to see Brody King come in with the House of Black and stuff. Do we see Wyndham? Isn't his thing up now?
His thing's been up for a while now. Yeah. Honestly, I don't care.
Right. You don't want to see him in AEW.
I don't care. We've got Malakai Black there doing creepy shit, blowing mist in young girls' faces for no reason.
What a guy.
Yeah, I can't say I'm particularly a fan of his wrestling. He's had a couple of good matches, mainly against Bryan Danielson, that I've enjoyed. But I admire his creativity and stuff like that. But AEW is pretty loaded
jam-packed right now.
I wouldn't mind see him maybe just jump around and do a few things. I mean, MLW's doing this Azteca Underground, where it's kind of like Lucha Underground used to be, for like a few weeks. Could be fun if you want to see him wrestling again. But I can't say I'm too interested in Wyndham.
Yeah.
I can see him doing movies and stuff.
Scary movies?
I know there were reports of him kind of in Hollywood or something, so
cool.
I can see him doing horror films. I think he's a great performer. I think he's a great creative mind. But I think right now, I don't think the time's right for him to go into an AEW.
Yeah, it seems a little loaded now. Same with like we were saying about Johnny. It's like he can chill. Everything's kind of busy right now. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like you could see so many different things in. The only thing that's not happening is WWE still. It's still not like I can't get into any of this except when I saw Randy Orton wearing that wig on Twitter. I was like, okay, I'm not clearly missing the best.
Honestly,
arcade bro.
I haven't watched the main roster for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But because I do tend to have Monday nights off, but that's normally when I watch all the stuff we do for the Patreon.
Yeah.
I sometimes put on Raw, and Arcade Bro is maybe my guilty pleasure. I do get enjoyment out of those two. And I feel like Randy, I really kind of started to change my opinion on him after that Austin interview. He seems to... I liked how he seemed kind of motivated this late in his career to kind of put on good shit again, and kind of admitted to coasting a lot. And I think you saw... in the Edge feud, I know that wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but I did enjoy that greatest wrestling match ever or whatever. And you could see for the feud, his promos were so much better than they used to be, and he seemed to dig into it more. And he seems to be kind of having fun with this Arcade Bro thing. So yeah, put him in a blazer. Have him with a shaman and then MSK.
Yeah. I'm not too into. I love Big E wearing Seinfeld gear, but I'm just anything else I'm kind of picking up, or we flick through, and if it's on, it's like it's still definitely not grabbing me. But because I see all the commercials during NXT for WrestleMania, and it's like even you go every year, you're like
Yeah, it's the first time I'm really.
Whereas
really
tonight they announced Revolution, and me and you were like, fucking Florida, fuck.
Yeah, come on, what's that all about?
It's
Florida
Chicago
again.
or Florida.
I mean, the only thing I can wonder is with these cases starting to rise again with these new variants and stuff, whether Florida's maybe a safe option. Tony's like, well, we know we can do it in Florida, even if the rest of the world shuts down.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I don't know. It does feel there's a lot of parts of the States to start with, let alone like Canada and Europe and stuff, that kind of want AEW to come over. And I think it's a shame it's Orlando. I can't say I'll be going.
No, we would like to, but it's like we can go to Disney, Universal Studios, but no.
Done it.
Yeah.
Done it all before, and it's
I
expensive.
want
I'd rather go somewhere new and different.
Yeah, I know.
Walk down the road to go and see it.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they were saying that, like, someone here, and they were saying, why isn't AEW coming to Toronto quite yet? And we kind of talked about it briefly on a show recently, and I was like, they would probably do pretty well, but imagine you bring in, like, a Steen or Sami Zayn if he ever comes over. Like, you could take over the Canadian market. You already got Kenny and Jericho. Like,
I mean, we saw tonight that AEW are very smart when it comes to hometowns.
Yeah.
That they're gonna promote it. And yeah, the amount of Canadians you could promote over here. But again, with cases being the way they are, we've just seen WWE have cancelled their December, January tour of Canada. Yeah. So it's probably not the most sensible thing, and probably keep it within the country right now, as things are what they are. But still,
because we went to Grand Slam, and it was like in a tennis venue, and they could do like something different here. Like, they could maybe not the ACC, the Scotiabank, what we have here, where the Raps and Leafs play, but you could do like we have this outdoor TFC or
BMO Field.
Yeah, like that's a lot of people, but like that would look cool, and again look different than Like they totally, after watching tonight,
just do it on the island.
I'm sorry, WWE stands, but Tony Khan, AEW, reigns supreme in New York. Like New York is officially AEW.
So yeah, I have
territory.
a friend who, and I'm sure some listeners have gone to the show tonight. I have a friend who went to the Monday Night Raw in Long Island a couple of weeks ago, and she was messaging me when she was there saying, "Wow, I've never been to a WWE show as empty as this, and it's quiet." And
this was a few weeks ago.
This was a few weeks ago, yeah, and no one was really reacting and stuff. And then we kick off the show tonight, exactly the same venue, the same market, and it was loud. So loud to start with. They kind of faded at times, but that opening segment with Punk and MJF, they were so rowdy. And she was saying, yeah, this is like a completely different place.
Yeah, it sounded so loud. And you were telling me when you were texting your friend who was at the event, and we were home for a brief minute, so we quickly turned on Raw to like see what she was talking about, and we were like, oh. And I said to you, it sounded like they came back from break and they added in noise, fake crowd noise. But then here tonight, I was watching for a good 2 minutes, and I turned to you, I was like, man, the crowd's hot tonight. And you said, oh, it's the same venue. And I, like, my jaw just dropped. Like, whoa, what? So, yeah, between that, yeah, sure, have MSG WWE, but man, the crowds are going rabid for this product.
And I'm sure you're like, New York's a big place.
Sure.
Like it's hard to get around. It's not as easy as just going, oh, let's just go to Long Island for this. And like it's quite a bit of traveling, but I'm sure a lot more traveled for this one within the city than Raw.
Yeah, I've never been to Long Island. Was this Atlantic City? No.
No, that's New Jersey.
Oh man, so what's Long Island? What do they got?
Long Island.
What do they got there?
They got MJF.
They got
John Silver. They've got Trent.
Zack Ryder. Right?
Tony Nese.
Damn, there's a lot of people from there. Wow.
My friend. Big Walt.
Our friend of our show, Big Walt, is from Long Island. I get Long Island and Staten Island confused. I know Staten Island because Pete Davidson.
Right.
King of Staten Island.
Yeah.
Whereas, and Wu-Tang. But then Long Island, I'm a little confused.
Got, what is it, the Long Island Railroad or something? They've got this arena.
That's really all they got, yeah, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been, but
what is good in Long
I want to go to
Island?
Coney Island. Is that there too?
Coney Island?
Is that
it's a bit run down, I think, now.
That's a different
island.
Is it even an island?
Coney Island?
Yeah.
It's where the amusement park is, isn't it?
Right, yeah. I want to go to that one day.
14 top-rated attractions and things to do on Long Island. They've got a Long Beach boardwalk.
Oh, that sounds nice.
They've got a lighthouse.
Okay.
They've got a beach state park.
All right.
The Hamptons. Oh, that's like the posh area people go to.
Oh, I thought Long Island was like...
They've got an aquarium.
Staten Island.
They've got a fire island.
That sounds...
Old Westbury Gardens. Long Island looks lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Long Island.
Better than New Jersey. We should have went to the show tonight.
I told my friend, like, next time they're in town,
yeah,
might try and go
to Long Island.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Long Island looks great.
Shout out, they got the Islanders.
Yeah.
I heard they're great after watching tonight's...
You know all about sport now.
I know everything.
After tonight's opening segment.
Team of the future. The Islanders. Before jumping into AEW, I was about to say let's pay some bills. That's such an old school radio term. But I'm reminding our patrons that we are recording a review from the 6 of Home Alone. We're going to be recording it this weekend with Sir John Pollock.
Oh, yes.
From Post Wrestling. So patrons, get your feedback in before Sunday because we want your feedback. We're going to post up the feedback thread Thursday night, and we want all your feedback for the movie Home Alone, and we will read it with this show.
Do we need to kind of try and... Because we know Mr. Pollock's a very busy man.
Yeah.
Do we need to try and book him in for next year for Home Alone 2 while we're doing this show?
On the show, yeah.
On the show.
Yeah, he's probably not listening to this show.
Put him on the spot.
So we'll put him on the spot on that show.
Yeah.
And it'll be all right. He'll agree. He'll have to.
Is this going to be our new thing? We'll then do 3, 4... I have a weird fascination with the newer awful ones.
Put it on before we do the show with him. He hasn't watched it, he said.
I do quite enjoy 3.
We'll have to bring it up.
Yeah.
That's all to talk about on our Home Alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask it. I think we're gonna have to rate each trap.
Each trap
from Kevin. So looking forward to that Home Alone review. That'll be out in the following week or such. But we are recording it this weekend. So.
We're banking it because you're going away for Christmas.
I'm being
you're leaving me on my own.
What is it? Christmas with the Cranks? I'm skipping Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're going to be putting that show out, but we're recording this weekend. So get your feedback in for Home Alone. I'm super excited. On a totally different opposite thing, a show that's coming out. Not Christmas related, but might be up your alley. World Champ patron, Mr. Jamie, he has picked a great movie for us to review. One of my favorites, The Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, not quite Christmas, but that's okay. 80s, teen vampires, dangly earrings.
A lot of danglies.
Lots of danglies in this movie. We recorded this today.
Being said, we haven't seen Gallows or Anderson for quite a while.
Yeah, Sour Boy.
Danglies.
Yeah, I love a good dangly. I think about it. You think I could pull it off?
You want a dangly?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like, do I need just one, right? If Doc Gallows, I could pull it off.
I mean, Gallows has two, I think, doesn't he?
It's probably got one dangly.
What?
The dangly with a dangly on it.
Dangly with a dangly on it. Do you want a dangly?
I'm thinking about it.
I'll get you one for Christmas.
No.
I got you your first present today.
Oh, no.
It's kind of for me as well.
Is it a bottle?
No, I just I went for a walk earlier and I saw this, and you know when you just see something and you're like, I gotta get that, so
okay.
I got it. But it's kind of for both of us. But
what is it? Is it a pinball?
I'll
machine?
give it to you on our Christmas show. How about that?
On our Christmas show?
Yeah, before you go away.
Okay, perfect. That means I gotta get you a gift before I leave now. Now it puts a lot of pressure on me. I'm gonna buy something for us too.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
I say we should buy each other microphone cranes for so we can look so professional. We'll get those too.
I tried. I did get some, and now everything's going wrong. Our ring light's broken.
Yeah,
and
maybe we gotta buy each other a ring light for.
Yeah.
That's a Lost Boys is out this week on the Patreon, as well as Seasons Beatings.
Oh yes, we recorded that show. I was trying to remember what we did.
We recorded everything this week, other than Home Alone, so we're good. But next week is Jack Frost week, so jack off with us.
It's I think. How could we top ourselves after Loch Ness? And it's, we'll
Jack
talk about
Frost week.
2 Jack Frost films.
That's right.
Everyone's favorite.
Don't get it twisted. That's right. And next week we're gonna go see Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
we got tickets
today. Yeah, so. we started. There were a lot of trailers for it today,
like TV spots,
Dynamite, and we had to just be like, I don't want to see this anymore. Yeah. Like honestly, do you need a trailer for this film? I mean, it's Spider-Man. Like people are gonna go.
You just need one trailer, and you don't need to show everything in it. Look, I'm not one of those people. I watch trailers, but I watch it, I'm good.
Yeah.
But the TV spots are like showing stuff. I'm like, guys.
I don't feel you need to sell people on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like people are going to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going. Opening night before opening night, actually.
Yeah.
Shall we spoil it for WH Park just for the
as
for the lols?
Things are happening?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, Toby showed up. Oh shit. Yeah.
Can't believe MJ died.
Yeah. Just start saying all these things that could be true or not. Yeah, that's right. Jake in the Twitch chat says Home Alone 3 is his favorite.
Favorite?
There you go.
How old are you, Jake?
It's from his era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patreon.com/upNXT. It's only $5 to access all these shows we're talking about this month, but you get access to everything, all the best matches ever, all the was next, everything in the back catalog. You can go and find everything back there, but so many podcasts, all for your pleasure.
Yeah, if you're feeling festive, we've got so many festive reviews already on there.
Santa's Sleigh. We've done Christmas Vacations somewhere. We've done a bunch of Christmassy stuff, so go check all that. Oh, Krampus was last year. That was a really good show, too.
I really enjoyed the Krampus one. Yeah, that was great.
So many podcasts.
We're so good at podcasting,
we're amazing,
you and I.
Guys. We're so good. You should make sure if you're listening on Apple Podcasts right now, to go give us a nice review.
Yeah.
5 stars in the BDE.
Do it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Well, we can talk about some Dynamite tonight. Because it's going down. Yeah. AEW Dynamite from Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. We are in Long Island, New York. And it starts off with MJF's theme music. The crowd cheers for their hero. But out comes CM Punk.
Boo!
Boo.
Boo!
Yeah, wow. This was a great swerve with all the wrestling internet people who were like, "Oh, Punk's music should hit and MJF should come out. Are you expecting someone else?" They totally flipped it and used it here. Great.
And they set it up perfectly with MJF last week in his promo, kind of just hyping up that he's in Long Island next week. So he was they were conditioning the fans to really cheer for him this week. Because I think they could have done the easy thing with MJF coming out and like pretending to be all babyface and then being like, yeah, but I left this place because it sucks. You know, the old thing. They didn't go that way. And we're getting, isn't it bizarre? Like September, Bryan, Punk, both debut. And then within a couple of months, we're getting booed.
Yeah, it's really weird. Toronto used to be called Bizarro World. Canada and whole, as wrestling goes, used to be called Bizarro World. And it definitely felt that way with this, at least the first chunk of this show. Because CM Punk comes out to this sea of boos here. But they get louder. He comes down to the ring, and he starts off by saying, "That's all you got? Wow, Chicago was way louder." Boo! He says, "What are you booing me? You know, the only thing you should be booing is the fact that the Islanders never win a game in this building." Boo! Making fun of their hockey team, the team of the future. He then goes, "Hold on, it's a little hot in here." Then unzips his hoodie to reveal the Pillars, AEW Pillars shirt. But it's MJF has been removed, and in place is Britt Baker on the shirt. He goes, "What? He brought up Britt Baker, and I'm just like a fan," and brings up that it's not always about TNA, and that the comments that MJF made, like he's kind of throwing that away.
I think this was actually quite smart, because I did see a lot of criticism about the comment of Britt Baker last week, and to me it did make sense, because MJF is a heel. And CM Punk, since his debut, has shown he's a fan of Britt Baker. When he said, "Oh, you make me feel like Britt Baker in Pittsburgh," and lines like that. Yeah. It wasn't out of the blue, but I think this line was Punk kind of putting him in his place and being like, "Hey, that was disrespectful."
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. He checks him.
Yeah.
He then says that guy MJF says he was better than Piper, and he's not even better or as good as Roddy Piper in Hell Comes to Frogtown, which I assume
is a terrible movie.
Terrible movie. Yeah.
Piper's in.
Not watched it.
Are we going to review it?
No.
Okay.
We should do They Live though one day. It's the anniversary on it. He says he's getting booed again, and he's like, I can't understand. I can't understand how MJF is supposed to be your hero. I can't understand, just like the Islanders can't understand how to get a puck in the net.
Oh, boo! Don't insult my hockey team.
He then goes in on them again and says, "Wow, they could barely beat Ottawa. That's like me barely beating QT Marshall."
Damn.
As a Toronto native, that is I'm born and raised to hate the Ottawa Senators, and that is a.
Didn't they do better than us last season?
Probably, but
I think they did all right. Did they not?
They suck. Okay.
All
right. Punk is just getting booze and booze here, and I guess he realized, okay, if this Islanders thing works,
it's funny though, because you could see how he was. This was still, to me, a babyface doing it. This isn't like Bryan, who's kind of turned.
Yeah.
He was doing it with like a bit of a wink and like a cheeky smile. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting a rise from these people. Yeah. All right, then, let's go with it." I thought it was great.
He says he can't be your hero. He talks about Dennis Rodman and how Dennis Rodman was my guy, and he was the worm. MJF is your worm, and I'm just sorry for you, Long Island, because that's your guy, MJF. That incel.
God,
jeez. He says, I don't know what his deal is, but it doesn't matter. MJF keeps ducking me. I want to call out Bryan Danielson or Hangman Page because I want next. I bet MJF wants next, so maybe he's got to go through me. He's kind of laying down a challenge for MJF, saying kind of a impromptu, like, hey, number one contendership kind of deal. Like, both of us are eyeing that spot. Well,
yeah, he was like, obviously Punk is up there in the rankings. He hasn't lost a match yet. MJF still has only got that one loss, hasn't he, against Mox? So I think they're both ranked pretty high. Oh no, he lost to Jericho, didn't he? But still, both ranked pretty high. But it's like, we got to get over this shit first. We got to get this done before one of us goes to that.
And then he ends with, well, he also brought my dog Larry into this, and Larry has more balls than MJF, and he's neutered. Also, the crowd were chanting something at him, and he was like, I don't know what you're chanting.
I don't know what you're saying.
And they were saying, fuck your pizza for Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Which, look, I like deep dish Chicago pizza, but it's not pizza. It's pizza cake.
It's a type of pizza.
It's a type of pizza, but New York pizza is superior, I feel. So I like this promo. I thought it was
Me too.
like such a swerve right off the gate with the entrance. Again, it reminds me of when they would come to Toronto, where all the bad guys would get cheered. Like Jericho in Toronto back in the day, no matter what, he would get cheered.
Yeah.
Same with any of the Canadian people. So it's working like that way, but it's backwards.
No, I thought it was great. Obviously, Punk is always a great promo, and I think this was pitched perfectly.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have worked, and I think it would have weakened Punk if he came out and just did his like,
and getting booed.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. It's so great to be with you fans, and being booed.
Yeah.
MJF was going to get cheered over him, so he needed to lean this way. I think it really worked.
Yeah, I liked it. It made me laugh. Like the whole time I was laughing. So, and I love seeing a crowd boo and get the reaction like this. Why not? Watching any WWE product, when they try to do that hometown stuff, they don't ever nail it. And AEW constantly
they're just
kills
like,
it.
Let's have them lose all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's so silly. We go to commercial, but when we come back, we're getting ready for the ring battle royal.
Dynamite dozen diamond ring battle royal.
Triple D's.
Our favorite.
But we get a video here first. We see this white Ferrari pulling up somewhere, and out comes MJF. It's like a video filmed. He's at like this football field, track field somewhere.
Yeah. What's it called? Plain View.
Yeah, I'm assuming where he went to school.
Yeah, Plain View football.
Yeah, he's cutting a promo here. He's talking about Long Island. There's a voiceover that's like showing him in slow motion, like look again, making him out to look like this complete hero here, because you can hear the crowd reaction with it. And he's talking. He mentions Billy Joel. There's a local place with their matzo ball soup, and then they go into his credentials, like amateur wrestler. In fact, he's never been taken down, which Danielson has talked about in an interview recently, like
MJF?
like MJF, no one can take him down, like it's a
really
like a thing or something like that.
I mean, you can see it in his wrestling style.
Yeah, I don't know. Then they mention that he can do a keg stand for an impressive 1 minute and 33 second chug.
Have you ever done a keg stand?
I have.
I've not done a keg stand.
Never?
No, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I can't say it was
I
good.
can down a pint.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't used to be able to do that, and then I was like, oh, this is how you do it. And
a minute 33 sounds pretty good.
for a whole keg?
No, you're not drinking the whole keg. You're just like you just keep going.
There's only
until
so
you
much.
Can't go
Yeah,
anymore.
you
can only take so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
imagine I
I
told
was
you
like,
that's
I can
how you
do a pint in a couple of seconds. I don't know if I could do a keg.
Yeah, no. Keg stand is like you're just drinking some beer.
Right. Okay.
I would say a minute 33 is pretty good, considering I probably last maybe 20 seconds doing this keg stand thing. I've done it once or twice, and it's not good. It's not easy. I wouldn't say.
Used to play this game when we went on little pub crawls with my friends back home, where you'd pick up the pint glass and you'd go, all right, down to here. So you'd like mark the glass,
right, and
you'd have to drink all in one go, and it's like closest to, and whoever was furthest away like buys that round.
Okay. Yeah, it's not as exciting as a keg stand. You have to go upside down for a keg stand.
Yeah, but I can't do a keg stand in a pub.
Next party, we're getting a keg.
All right.
It's settled then. So a minute, 33 seconds, and then he mentions that he pulls so many chicks. In fact, it's freaking nuts. Even the voice announcer guy doing that. And which leads into this entrance for MJF coming from this video package. Again, it's him with on his school field, I would assume, and then cuts to his music, and he comes out, scarf and all, looking like he's in Zack Ryder colors there in his tights.
Yeah, like he had a lot of white and purple.
Must
and
be
stuff.
a Long Island thing. True story. And the ovation for MJF here in
Huge.
Bizarro World, Long Island was huge. Yeah, he looks emotional, but
he's doing the Punk debut on Rampage in Chicago, where he comes out, he goes on his knees, and he just like sits on his knees, soaking in all the cheers. Does look genuinely emotional, but he was doing Punk's reaction, which is great. And then he goes further and does the like the wrist warm up thing.
So funny. Oh man,
so good.
I thought this in another world. See, it's MJF getting cheered like he's the biggest babyface on the entire roster here, but it's totally backwards. He's so good at playing this. He's meta. He's so meta as fuck because he's doing. It doesn't even stop. It's like goes on to even after the match where he's doing some of these like babyface classic antics. The way he's acting and stuff. It's so funny, and he nailed it. I thought. We go to this battle royal where it all kind of gets a little messy for me. A lot of people are in it. Hey, Jay
Not really. There's only 12.
Well,
for a battle royal, it's not many people.
Sure. So the rules are the last two have a match next week.
Yeah.
For the ring.
That's right.
Okay. So it should just be one, and they face MJF. MJF shouldn't be in this match. Well,
this is how it's defended, right?
Yeah,
this is how they've done it.
It's kind of
from
silly.
the beginning.
I think
I don't know. It's one of their traditions. I think the match should be right away. I think it feels really anticlimactic, and people in the crowd are not going to realize right away.
Of course,
because it's just weird. It's the final two, and then it's the end of the match, and it does feel like an anticlimax. I think that the match should be right away.
Yeah, I think so too. Isn't that how they did it before?
No, it's always been like the following week.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
really weird. It's a little. You said anticlimactic, definitely, because everyone's just like, oh, okay, it's next week. Well, MJF is in this match. Wardlow's in it. Lio Rush, Matt Hardy, Jay Lethal, Seidel. Was that Jack Evans? No, I don't think so. Hobbs, Starks.
Surely Big Money Matt can help out Jack
I don't know what
Evans,
Big Money... No, Big Money Matt's dead now. He retired it like last week, 2 weeks ago. So unfortunately, that's what he said on Twitter. There's no more Big Money Matt. He's like, it's not my true self. I'm not doing it anymore.
What?
I don't know.
What about his office, his family?
What did I tell you on this show? That I thought the office was secretly...
But they've still been going out to his face.
They're done. They're over.
I don't know. I keep seeing the bunny come out with Matt Hardy's Titantron.
Well, Jack Evans with these weird tweets talking about...
He's in a prison in Mexico.
No, I don't think it was that far.
No.
He said that he's
being extorted.
He was being extorted by some police in Mexico because they caught him with some weed. So they keep asking him for money, or we're gonna lock you up. So he basically made this series of tweets like, "Hey, just in case you hear some things about me, getting charged for drugs, like this is the truth." People were like, "Oh, okay, true."
All right, sorry, mate. We didn't notice you had gone. To be honest,
but still, it's like, all right,
yeah.
Just fly back. just leave.
Yeah.
It's like when someone's like, "You're being cyberbullied." Just log off. Just leave. No, I don't know. It was weird tweet seeing that. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
But just like everyone who saw these tweets were like, okay. You hear that happens though in other countries. That
for sure.
If you get caught or for something.
Well, I think especially like Americans or like Westerners where they know you have more money.
Of course.
They always try to
be like, I'm gonna arrest you or give me $4 right now.
Yeah.
Something like that's the situation he's in right now. Poor Jack. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
Legit, man. I mean, their gimmick is we look like drug dealers, so it doesn't help when that is.
Want to know what Angelico's doing?
I don't want to know what Angelico's doing. I hope he's all right too. We're making light of it, but it is
it's serious.
If it was me, I'd feel sketched out. I'd be like, "Help me!" I don't know if I'd tweet about it though. I'm going to Mexico in a week or two. Should I?
You'll be in a resort.
Okay, at the Brady, guys, all go follow me and make sure I'm all right in the next week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we want live tweets.
Yeah, if I find that Mexican Kush, maybe I'll ask him where he gets his.
I don't think you should.
all right. But yeah, no Big Money Matt.
He's in the match.
He's in this match, but he's not big money.
No,
he's just Matt Hardy.
He changed very quickly when he realized Jack Evans was in trouble. He's like, "No, I'm just Matt Hardy now."
Oh, big money. Matt, help me out. I'm being extorted by
delete.
Big Money Matt? No. Fuck. Oh, man. This was a little bit of a mess for me. I don't like these battle royals, but there was a few eliminations. I didn't write them all down, but the big moments kind of come when I thought when we get the stare down between Dante and Lio Rush, because they've had this tension in their storyline, and it looked like they were gonna finally get to go at it. When eventually it leads to a different stare down between two big guys.
Yeah, Hobbs just destroyed Rush. Yeah. Just came in with a elbow to the back of the head, and Wardlow did the same to Dante, and then you had the two big lads square off, Hobbs and Wardlow, which wasn't something I thought I wanted to see, but actually got a pretty good reaction from the crowd. And you go, oh yeah, these two big guys are going to go at it.
Yeah, it should be mentioned Taz is on commentary. JR is away, we've talked about, and they also mentioned Justin Roberts still. They just send well wishes, so I'm not quite sure of the situation, but Taz on commentary is selling this pretty good, and the reaction here too for Hobbs and Wardlow was great. So they're beating the shit out of each other, like pushing each other, doing the running strength thing, but they're big. Eventually it leads to Leo eliminating Hobbs in some sort of upset because of the whole Team Taz thing with Leo.
He does so Wardlow knocks Hobbs over onto the apron, but hasn't knocked him off, and then Leo did a really nice handspring to kick him off,
almost like the Liger handspring Liger kick almost. At one point, I think, is it Shoddy Lee Johnson? Was he in this match? He was in this match.
Was he in this match?
Fuck, man, I don't know who was in this match.
Jay Lethal was eliminated so quickly, considering he was one of their hot new signings recently. He was out second just after Seidel, very blink and you miss it.
Yeah, I blinked and missed a lot of eliminations in the early seconds of this match. I see Kaz was in this match.
Yeah, Kaz eliminated Starks, and then he got MJF dumped out. He dumped out Wardlow with a bunch of others.
Yeah, there was a whole series of them hanging on, and MJF eliminates his own buddy Wardlow, which leaves MJF alone in the ring with Dante Martin and Ricky Starks, who are now Team Taz because Dante just joined them. But in this last second, when it looks to be 2-on-1, Dante throws Ricky over the ropes and eliminates him, turning his back already on Team Taz.
Yeah.
Damn.
I did notice earlier that Leo and Dante didn't come to blows at all.
Right.
So, so MJF and Dante Martin as the final two, which actually I think could be really good. I think we said before, whenever MJF's against the kind of smaller, quicker guys, he has really good matches. So I think this could actually be pretty decent next week. The Battle Royal, I've liked some of their Battle Royals in AEW. I can't say there was much interesting stuff going on in this one. Probably the Wardlow and Hobbs thing and the finish. But apart from that, it was pretty basic.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the match. I am excited for MJF and Dante next week. Taz on commentary is losing it. He's upset and says, my lawyers suck. So Dante, I guess, isn't signed to Team Taz. That's a little wonky, too. It's
do you think it was a bit too soon?
Yeah.
I think you could have got a few weeks of juice out of this.
Also, Dante's going to turn on him because he really wants to win this ring. That's not it. If it was a bigger, winner gets a title shot, winner gets TNT, literally anything else, it just doesn't seem really, sure. It's a little wonky, but I guess it leads a good match that we'll see. After the match, MJF does the huge babyface spot where he's posing with Dante. He raises his hand. He's doing, again, everything in the babyface playbook, just on point here. But Ricky attacks Dante after MJF has already left the ring. So MJF looks and he continues walking as the beatdown continues. And then he's up at the top of the ramp and he looks and he goes, no, I gotta help him. So he runs into the ring and he looks as if he's gonna to help.
It's the true babyface spot, isn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, I gotta help him.
And then he goes and he beats down on Dante instead. And then they both beat down on Dante and then he leaves. So
yeah, I didn't think much of the match, but I actually really loved this whole opening thing.
Yeah.
MJF is just absolute gold. And seeing him flirt with the babyface stuff, I think sometime down the line, I think he'll be an amazing babyface.
That's insane, but yeah, you're probably right.
I think he'll be so great, and he can be an asshole that we love.
Right.
Maybe not as cruel as he is, but still a bit of a dick.
Sure.
And I think he'd be fantastic. I really enjoyed this whole like opening thing. The end with the beatdown with Dante and Ricky Starks. The match was what it was.
It was all to build up.
It was an angle. The whole thing, right?
The whole thing is an angle for MJF and Punk eventually. So really, that's the.
But I think this match is gonna kill it next week.
Yeah, MJF has to retain this ring.
Yeah.
It's his gimmick. What's Dante gonna do? Fly around with the ring? Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Unless Punk costs him the ring. But I think MJF should keep it. It should be his.
It should be his thing for a long time.
But I don't like this battle royal with the two people thing. I think they could nix it and change it up. Like, just make it a battle royal with the final happening right away.
I think have the final right away.
Yeah.
That's. I think everything else works fine, and then have the match.
Because TNA used to do this X Division thing, where it was like the Royal Rumble, where people come out.
Yeah,
and
they still do it.
Okay, so it's like people come out and then they all throw. It's like a Royal Rumble, but then the last two have a match. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Yeah. WWE, like the Royal Rumble, like that would be good too. The final two just have a match, but either way, it's.
I wouldn't change the Royal Rumble.
No,
now. It's kind of it works.
They've
done it for a few years.
Well, like quickly again on the topic, like usually the interest for Royal Rumble is like very, very high, and I just don't like. I'm sure we'll watch it. We'll definitely be watching it, but like, it's like cool.
No, I agree.
It's like great. Who's gonna show up? The Hurricane again? Awesome. Yeah. Diesel,
Boogeyman.
Cool. I can go to GCW to see Diesel these days.
True.
I don't need to see the Royal Rumble. The Boogeyman, like it's
like none of the surprises.
Gargano.
Like, who are you gonna have surprise that is interesting now?
I don't know.
All the released people.
Yeah, like
have
that
them
would
come
be
back
the
and they get their job back.
Cheap pop is someone we
Keith
released.
Lee.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, okay, what's the main event? Roman Brock. Okay, cool. Like, what do you? Who? It doesn't matter. Like, it's just so blah. But at least we got the Diamond Ring dozen. Triple D Diamond Ring Battle Royal thing. We go to. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, like the difference is like I like this as a tradition. I mean, we said what doesn't work about it, but I like that AEW have their traditions, that they do keep up with this, and it's not like this is taking up a pay-per-view spot. This is still a TV show.
Sure.
So it doesn't like offend me.
Just poor Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I didn't even see him in the match. I just heard commentary say he got eliminated.
Is that him? Wow. All right.
Yeah.
With Matt Hardy.
Yep.
Big money Matt. We go to our next match. We see I forget what they're called. The Hollywood Blondes?
Varsity Blondes.
Griff Garrison.
We haven't seen them for a while.
No, it's been a minute. Griff Garrison and
Julia Hart's not saying anything for a while.
Julia Hart and Brian Pillman Jr. And, well, the Varsity Blondes are going to team up with Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus.
While Marco is on The Voice.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So everyone's been wondering, where's Marco's stunt? He's tweeted that he got the callback from going to an audition for the TV show The Voice.
Yeah.
I think he could be a pretty big star on that.
I mean, I think the way these shows work is there's so many auditions before you're even on TV.
Yeah.
But I think it makes a lot of sense to put him on it, whether he's gonna like go far in it or not. Why wouldn't you have a professional wrestler on The Voice? Like, it makes sense from a TV point of view to have him on the show.
Well, it would be funny because so many people would be like, and here's this pro wrestler who's a singer,
and this kid comes out.
This kid who comes out, but he's a great singer.
Oh, he's got a lovely voice.
Yeah, his music and all the stuff that he's ever posted has been pretty awesome. So that's cool, and all these fans are totally going to follow it and follow him and see how if he does do well or anything. But in the end, it just helps
what
him.
network's The Voice on?
Is it TNT? I don't know. We have different channels here that air it in Canada. So
NBC. Oh, so that's WWE town, isn't it?
What?
NBC.
They have an AEW wrestler?
Yeah.
Damn, Marco Stunt just singing away. That's cool. Good for him, man. Good for him. Well, he's not out here tonight, but don't worry. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus got Christian.
Oh, yeah.
I want Christian to be on The Voice.
How do you think his voice is?
It's probably got a nice voice.
You think he's got an alright voice?
Yeah.
What would he sing? What kind of music do you think he'd sing?
That's I don't know. Soft rock.
I can see Christian doing karaoke.
Christian's like a Michael Bublé, Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, I'm seeing him kind of do more like ballads or a bit jazzy or something.
Yeah, something slower, chill. We gotta ask him.
Yeah.
At Christian Cage.
Shall I tweet him now?
What kind of music would you play?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like? Canadian music.
Christian for the peeps. Okay.
Christian for the peeps. Hey man, what kind of music do you like? Ask him what his album of the year was.
Wondering.
And if it was Montero.
What your karaoke song is?
Yeah.
Hey, Christian for the peeps. Was just chatting to my friend and we were wondering what your karaoke song is.
Yeah.
Go retweet this, guys. We need to know. The peeps. I'll say the peeps.
Need to know.
It's
true. Maybe Bon Jovi. He would do a Canadian. He would do like Bryan Adams. He's from Toronto.
Dead or Alive. Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. Yeah. I could see
Bryan
that.
Adams sucks.
He's got some bangers though. He does. I'm trying to think of like what would tie into Christian's like. He likes Peeps. What
Christian
song?
rock, bit of Creed.
Yeah. Oh God.
When I'm not with you,
yeah,
I'm free.
One
a bit of My Sacrifice.
Oh, sorry, one second.
Shall I just
you
continue
broke it.
singing?
Yeah, you broke it when you started singing.
Our recording's just gone a bit wonky. So, Twitch room, what do you want to hear Christian sing at karaoke?
I want to hear Christian sing Creed.
That's decided.
That would be great. Christian rock with Christian Cage.
Yeah. I mean, Edge has to do U2, right?
Edge U2, yeah, because the Edge is in it. Yeah, Christian rock. There's not any big Christian rock artists out these days, but Skillet. I don't know.
Do a bit Cliff Richard. He was a big Christian.
Cage the Elephant.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things with Cage in it.
Cage.
The Cage. Yeah, well, Christian is with Jurassic Express, and he's their manager, their friend, their dad, their Uncle Christian. And they're going up against the Acclaimed and 2.0 with Daniel Garcia. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We have Julia Hart with the Blondes. We got Christian with the dinosaur and his jungle man friend.
Were there more people here than the Battle Royal?
No. You said there was 12?
So we had 8, and then we had Julia Hart, we had Daniel Garcia. Was that it?
Maybe.
So 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Acclaimed come out. They got some hot fire to spit. And Max Caster says he's Platinum Max Caster and he's an island boy. I do like that reference. But then he mentions something using a silencer and ends with a line talking about how he's going to run your ass out of town like Cuomo. Which I thought he got in trouble for bringing something like that up within the last year. But these are totally watered down lines now. Yeah. It wasn't hitting. What we get this match here where Jungle Boy's kind of in control. He's beating up on everyone here. 2.0 try to double team him, but he counters with this like rope jumping double arm drag thing. Pillman comes in. He's hitting a series of moves. He hits this wrecking ball basement drop kick to the outside to both guys, which then sets up Griff Garrison with the biggest dive. This guy does the Roman Reigns, Undertaker.
Yeah, this is impressive. Pillman kind of held down the ropes
Yeah.
a bit for him, but looked really good.
Yeah, this is a cool double team move they do where he does that drop kick thing first to hold. Then he holds down while he's getting up. He holds the rope down for Griff to just fly. And Griff is tall.
He is tall,
but he nails this. Back in the ring, the heels gain control and they start beating down on Pillman, not letting him tag as they continue to tag in and out. Bowman's is in with Pillman and kicks him in the head with a super kick, almost like just a front kick to the face, what looked like it connected, and starts beating down on him. Finally, Pillman escapes with this running football tackle to escape both of their arms at the same time to tag in. There's Luchasaurus who's doing everything, running clotheslines on everyone. He's on fire. There's the choke slam combo. Matt Lee is in with Jungle Boy. There's a huge lariat from him that just Jungle Boy flips all over the place. Bowen super kicks Garrison, But then Pillman comes in and hits this crazy, like, looked like for a second he didn't know where he was, and then hits this, like, almost like the Hurricane, like a spinning back fist kind of thing. And then this, like, Made in Japan or Falcon Arrow type move. Best Pillman has looked, definitely, with this series of moves here. But it's broken up. Jungle Boy hits this crazy slingshot DDT and then goes for this snare trap. Garcia tries to get involved here, but Eddie Kingston comes out and stops him. So eventually it does lead to the snare trap and the tap out here. But the Blondes and the Dinosaur guys win.
Yeah, pretty entertaining. I don't think there was any question who was going to win this. Luchasaurus still getting really great reactions from the crowd. I'd love to see him get a featured singles match one week. Maybe when like a heel is the TNT champion. I'd love to see Luchasaurus do something. He's not going to be a guy who you're going to have being singles matches in big pay-per-views or whatever, but I do want to see more from him because he always impresses, and in recent months he's been getting great reactions.
This whole year.
Yeah.
This whole year he's been getting chance over
and obviously
everyone.
Jungle Boy is the focus of the team, but I think it would be fun to see him do a singles match on a Dynamite one week.
Yeah, I think continuing pushing Jurassic Express. They're on pay-per-views, they're on TV weekly. Like it shows that this guy's so over. Like both of them in the tag team, and it's good for Pillman and Griff. I thought they looked really good too.
Yeah, I feel we had that like little MJF Pillman feud.
Yeah.
Was that Arthur Ashe?
It was. Yeah.
And Pillman's kind of gone away a bit since then.
Yeah.
With both these guys. I mean, they've been doing like Dark and Elevation and stuff, but we haven't seen them for a while on Dynamite. So, yeah, impressive.
Yeah, Bowens and Caster are good workers too.
Yeah,
like,
they
I
are.
know they got the rapper thing gimmick, but they're good wrestlers. And 2.0, we're always just seeing them job out. But
yeah.
Even here, they're doing some cool stuff. So I thought this was a fun match. But the cameras follow Eddie Kingston to the back. There's no audio, but he's trying to cut a promo, so we can't hear him, but he's just yelling. I could fill in what he said. Probably was something. I'm gonna kick your ass, Yonkers.
It kind of works for Eddie though, because I feel he's always yelling.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
you can hear it without even.
Yeah,
hearing
exactly.
You. Yeah. But then he's attacked, and I think it's Ortiz who's with him with some face paint on.
I didn't recognize him. I was going to you. Who is that?
They wrestled earlier, like in a taped thing, so
Okay.
they had face paint on. But
Right.
Yeah. There's a whole brawl here, and Daniel Garcia and 2.0 like gain the numbers advantage here. So Ortiz wants to help Eddie because they took out Jericho, so it kind of helps that it could be Eddie and Proud and Powerful versus 2.0 and Garcia.
Yeah, maybe in a no DQ or like
Yeah.
Falls Count Anywhere, that kind of thing. I
Something.
think would be fun.
I liked how the audio did come back in here as Garcia's walking off and kind of says, like, screw Yonkers, Buffalo. Which was funny. Tully, Blanchard, and FTR are backstage, and they still are the AAA Tag Team Champions. I watched their match with the Lucha Bros at Triple Mania.
How was it?
Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
They were wearing, I pointed out to you.
Yeah, I watched the promo, but I didn't actually watch the match.
The promo was what Cash Wheeler was like, hey, after we beat you, we're going to show us that we're the true greatest tag team around, and there'll be no more lucha, there'll be no more flips, and there'll be no more Al Pastor.
El Pastor. And I went, what? And he went, what do you mean? It was like, he means no more, the tacos? You were like, what? No!
That's gone too far.
That's gone.
What a heel.
I prefer Barbacoa, though.
Barbacoa is my shit,
Yeah,
but
so at least he's keeping that.
Yeah, Al Pastor is nice too, but Barbacoa is definitely my go-to. But I laughed so hard. They were also in the Eddie Guerrero and is it Latin Lovers tights that they always used to wear with the American Mexican stuff. Yes. I thought that was a little nod there. But the match itself was a little weird. It was a ladder match, but it had some...
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know, man. I watched it and I was confused with what was going on.
A.
Yeah. I was waiting for Hugo to blade. It didn't happen in that match, but...
How was the main? Is Bobby Fish the
AAA champion?
Is that why he wasn't on tonight? He's just partying around Mexico with Jack Evans.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Bobby Fish, AAA champion. Wow. Please don't correct me, anyone. Let me believe. Let me believe. It's Christmas. Let me have this.
You wish Bobby Fish was your AAA mega champion.
From Kenny Omega.
It's a mega fish.
Bobby Fish is great. Why not?
He is.
Yeah. Who did he pin?
I don't remember.
Jay Lethal.
I thought Jay Lethal was gonna win it.
Right.
He didn't, and then he's in this battle royal for a ring.
Yeah.
That really started with the Ring of Honor ring. That was a whole thing. Should Jay Lethal ever have that?
Wasn't it Cody had like
a ring.
Instead of the belt, he had a ring, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. A diamond ring's pretty nice.
Sure. Yeah. 100%. Tully and FTR backstage. They talk about how they beat the Lucha Bros, and there's no more fun, no more games. No more Halloween costumes. He's pretty much cutting the same promo, except mentions Halloween costumes and not Al Pastor. He says, we are the best tag team, and we are the torchbearers of tag team wrestling. And Friday night on Rampage, one more time, we're going to show you. You only beat us because I wasn't the legal man, says Cash. And that this Friday, they're going to change history and become, the first ever second time AEW Tag Champions.
Yeah.
So they're calling it this Friday.
Yeah, it was a match that was meant to happen last week. So yeah, should be. I'm sure it'll be a good match.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I'll
Definitely.
check it out.
I just want to see them have a straight up wrestling match.
I think that's what we're getting this time.
And they usually correct their wrongs in AEW. So I do have faith. We do go to our next match, which is a tag team match. The Young Bucks, who come out and the first thing they say is, we are the greatest tag team. I'm like, we just heard the other guys say that, but all right. The Young Bucks wearing their pink gear with Adam Cole coming down to the ring with him and Brandon Cutler.
In a pink tracksuit.
Very pink. Adam Cole was not wearing the pink.
No,
he was wearing the black and gold.
Yeah.
He was.
He was,
yeah. In support, in honor. The Young Bucks are going up against Rocky Romero and Chucky T. That's right. Rocky Romero here back in AEW, and this is kind of now the whole Chaos Best Friends team thing. It's no Roppongi Vice, because Trent, it would be him and Trent as Roppongi Vice. But in his place is Chuck Taylor with Orange Cassidy ringside, because Orange is mad at the Bucks for them beating the shit out of him last week.
But yeah, these four have mixed it up a lot in the past.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this exact match
Ted Reeve, probably.
So many times.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, tag team specialists, obviously the Bucks, but I'd say even Rocky Romero as well. I've seen this guy. I watched this match in Ring of Honor at Maple Leaf Gardens. I think it was the Forever Hooligans versus the Bucks. I thought that was a banger at the time. Again, years ago.
Who was Forever Hooligans? That
was Rocky and oh man, I'm blanking on his name, but he was awesome too. So I think he recently was getting back into wrestling, but he was cool. Kozlov.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not Vladimir Kozlov.
Alex
Kozlov. Yeah, with the hat. He did that spot. It was cool.
He was on Talking Shop. He's like a commentator sometimes. He's terrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rocky and Chucky come out to the Best Friends music. Not quite Roppongi's theme, but we might hear it later.
And they're saying representing... They build them as Chaos rather than Best Friends here as well.
That's true. Well, Bucks versus Rocky and Chucky. Bucks take out Taylor with the head scissor kick to the face. Rocky's doing a spot where he runs at the ropes. He's the guy who used to do that kind of before Andrade a lot of the time, like the monkey spot in the ropes there. And then eventually hits a suicida, which looked really cool. Bucks hit their heel stuff like the back rake and then selling it. And then Cutler sprays Rocky's back for him because he got raked by the Bucks. Yeah. Chucky T is in, hits a combo DDT flatliner on both Bucks. There's then a super kick from one Buck to Rocky, and then just everyone super kicking everyone. The Young Bucks get them down and start doing one of our dance moves, just the overhead clap. That's just such a ridiculous.
Okada does it as well.
Okada does it. Maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the little things.
Yeah,
the little things. You know why? Because they're friends.
They are, yeah.
I didn't even catch it because me and you, this is just a little tidbit. Me and you, well, specifically you, when you're lit and you want to party, you do this. Like if I'm listening to music,
howl to the moon.
Yeah, you'll come out, you'll howl out our window, and then you'll do this overhand clap. And then it wasn't until like maybe 2 years ago, or it feels probably 2 years ago now, we were watching a Wrestle Kingdom with Okada, and he has the offense here, and he starts doing this clap, and we're like, wait a second. is Okada doing our move? And he does it a lot. Like,
he does it during his entrance.
Yeah, he does it all the time now. So we were like, whoa.
Do you know why Bucks and Okada are friends?
Why?
Because when Okada was in TNA,
doing the Green Lantern stuff,
Russo was there.
Okay.
He wanted him to blade for this match, and he was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So the Bucks kind of spoke for him.
Right.
They were like, hey, he's not blading. He doesn't need to. Like, the match doesn't need it. He's not blading.
Not at all.
And he was like, okay, I'll bring you to Japan.
Damn.
Yeah. He really respected them and liked them from then.
It wasn't green. It was the Green Hornet. Gimmick, and they were Generation Me.
Kato,
Jeremy and
Matt. It was Matt. It was Jeremy and Matt, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Damn. Well, good for. That's crazy how things work out like that. Well, the Bucks are making fun of him here, but now that you pointed out that it's Okada stuff, like, interesting. There's then a spot where they think they're gonna do this whole setup to do like a double tope on the other side, but instead running the ropes back and forth, they slide out of the ring, and Adam Cole is just perfectly standing there, and they kiss him on the cheek.
Just want to kiss their friend.
Yeah.
Do you ever stop doing your job just to go and kiss your friend?
I gotta kiss my friend. I'll be right back. So the crowd love it though. It's such an over spot.
Yeah.
It's wrestling silly. There's a senton from the Bucks onto Chucky T. They start targeting him with multiple sentons. Nick stands outside the ring with Orange Cassidy and tries to mock him, but I don't think his tights, the pink gear they're wearing, has pockets. So Nick just puts his hands down his pants like basically into his like fucking balls and is laughing at Orange Cassidy, which Orange did not take too kindly. Adam Cole then super kicks Orange Cassidy, which was not very nice
not
either.
Nice at all.
There's Rocky, who's in the ring. He's doing the running clotheslines, like the Forever Hooligan stuff, running back and forth. He's on fire, hits the running sliced bread for a near fall. There's, I think, Matt Jackson with the locomotion, but Rocky eventually counters one of them, the Northern Lights, into a DDT. And then Cutler gets in the ring to try to spray him. Taz on commentary yells, "Get that jabroni out of the ring." And that's when I went, man, I like Taz on commentary. Orange Cassidy then gets involved. There's then another super kick party. Everyone's super kicking everyone. There's this spot where Brandon accidentally sprays Matt with the cold spray. And then Rocky gets a roll up for a 2.9. And then a backslide again for such a close kick out. But eventually the Bucks have had enough. They send Chucky out and then they hit the Meltzer driver.
This was a really nice, it was Matt, I think, who countered with this like pump handle into the setup. The Meltzer driver looked really good.
They killed him with this move. And 1, 2, 3, the Young Bucks beat the Rocky Romero and Chuck Taylor. And right after the match, they continue to beat down onto Rocky and to Chucky T with Cole and Cutler. And then out comes Wheeler Yuta to try to make the save, but then he gets beat up. And they look like they hit, I think Orange Cassidy too. Adam Cole hits Orange with the Panama Sunrise.
Yeah.
On Orange Cassidy, and it looks like they're ready to hit a bunch of other moves like the BT trigger and stuff. When the music hits and the camera cuts backstage, a van pulls up.
Ooh.
And who's driving? It's
Sue.
And in the back seat, out comes Trent.
Shaved head, jeans,
Yeah.
topless, looking jacked.
Holy.
Yeah.
He looks like Moxley or Mini Miro.
He looked great,
Yeah, he looked cool. He comes out, he gets the kiss from his mom, and he makes the save to save his friends here and chase off.
Took them all out.
Yeah, takes them.
Single-handedly took
all
out
of
the
them.
whole of the Elite.
All of them. He looked great. And then we get the giant hug with the best friends and Rocky Romero as Roppongi Vice's theme plays.
Yeah.
And then they get Sue and Statlander in the ring. She helps her down to the ring, and they all hug, and Trent shows his mom where hard cam is. And they all celebrate. In a big kind of a cool, like, we were talking in one of our chats, like, oh man, where's Trent? It would be really cool if it was Roppongi Vice against the Bucks. But no disrespect to Chucky T, but because he's awesome. He's so underrated.
He is great, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the match. I feel I've seen it a lot, and I can't say there was much like heat really going into it. So
Right.
it was just like, yeah, it's
a
the
good
Bucks
match.
and these guys. It's what you expect it to be. But the highlight was definitely Trent's return at the end.
Yeah.
And with Sue, it's such a great entrance, and it's such a great like like we've seen, Austin coming down in the
Beer
the quad
truck.
bike kind of thing and stuff like that. But just this guy coming out with his mum having a kiss. All right, I'm gonna help my friends, mum.
I hope in the
Can you drive me to the UBS Arena? I need to help my friends. Yep, jump in.
He's billed from Long Island, right? He's from
Yeah,
New York.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Trent. I hope the video game Trent's entrance is
With his mum.
Yeah. Like when it's best friends and stuff, cool. They come out together. But when it's Trent, like, I wish Ishii got out of the van.
Got a kiss from Sue as well.
That cheeky Ishii trying to get a kiss, get smooches from Trent's mom. Yeah, I like seeing Roppongi Vice. I would imagine we're getting that match now. Like
Yes, I would think
Rocky
so.
and Trent versus the Bucks. Or no,
No, it will be a 6-man. Do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of people now you could do here. It's Trent, Chucky, and Orange versus the So then
Trent,
there's
Chucky, and Rocky, or you could do an 8-man.
Cutler.
Have Cutler as well, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Or Fish.
What, Fish, Cole, and the Bucks? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they would do. Oh, and do it next week
On Winter is Coming.
because then it's Adam Cole teaming with Bobby Fish, and maybe someone else will want to show up to
yeah.
be like, "Oh, hey guys, you need
Maybe.
some help." But yeah, I would like to see Roppongi Vice.
Or it's Fish takes the pin, and then they like, fuck you, Fish, beat down on him.
Ooh.
And Kyle runs out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's book
Leave
it.
my friend alone.
Yeah. I would like to see that. Roppongi Vice is the song where Rocky raps. His rapping is weird, but it's great. It cut to people singing it in the crowd.
Yeah,
People
it's
knew
good.
it.
Works for him.
And Roppongi is the happiest place on earth. It's my
I
favorite.
need to go.
It's my favorite place. It's just very scary, and I love it. We go to. Well, I love the hug there. By the way, it's missing Okada as well
Yes.
with the hug. We go to Ruby Soho being interviewed, but she's interrupted right away by the Bunny and Penelope Ford. And they say this Friday there's a match, and it's going to be the Bunny, Penelope, and Nyla versus Ruby and 2 of your friends, if you have any. And you just hear, "Surprise, bitch!" from Nyla Rose, who attacks
Yes.
Ruby Soho and beats her up. So then out come Ty and Anna Jay kind of for the save here.
Yeah.
But surprise, bitch.
Surprise, bitch.
That's happening on Rampage as well. But yeah. See, there's no mention of the Hardy family. It's just Bunny and Penelope hanging out.
Yeah, but wait. We'll see what they come out to.
She's got her
They'll come
own
out to
entrance.
Matt's
No, she's
face.
got her own theme and entrance.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy's just gonna stay on her Titantron. Sure. We go to Sammy Guevara out on the entrance ramp. He comes with Tony Schiavone, and Sammy's talking about being the TNT champion. He's had some great defenses, but he's interrupted. Everyone's interrupting everyone because out comes Cody Rhodes, burnt back and all. He's got burnt arms. You can see he's burnt up.
Yeah, it looked pretty burnt.
Yeah,
Looked
he
pretty
looks
bad.
ouchy. He says, one good guy to the next. He says, you're doing great with that open challenge. And, well, how about, why don't you give me a shot at this title? So he's getting the match.
Well, he said it's signed
Yeah.
already. He's like, I'm not going to make it a surprise for you. I'm facing you on Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
On Christmas. So they moved Rampage from the 24th to the 25th.
I guess so.
I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
Christmas is a Saturday, I think.
Right.
So...
This, like, for someone who's been fighting against being a heel, this
Yeah.
was a heel.
Well,
thing to
he
do.
stops and looks at the tunnels.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, this one. And goes in the
Right.
proper one. But
Yeah. And also just calling himself, like, from one good, what did he say, one good person to another?
one good guy to another.
Yeah. Like, maybe this is where, fuck it, give him the title. Go with it and be a heel.
Sammy didn't get to say much because then Cody leaves. So wait a second. Cody went back through the babyface tunnel. Does that mean Punk came out through the heel one and MJF came out through the babyface one?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
No. It was still the heel tunnel.
Right.
The tunnels check out.
They mean something.
Yeah, they actually check out. Cody leaves and Sammy's like, huh. All right. He has tweeted, like, I've been waiting for this rematch because it was the other way around at one point. It was Sammy challenging Cody for the title.
Right.
A while back.
Wow, long time, yeah.
But All Ego, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky are somewhere in the crowd in this box.
They love being in the box, don't they?
Just love hanging out. Well, they're not booked, so.
Yeah.
They say, of course, Cody gets the title match and says, if I kissed Tony's ass as much, I'd get a title shot too. He brings up Dan Lambert and how he will be back one day. And then Scorpio Sky says that, we're in the top 5, so we should get these title matches. I swear we saw Ethan Page versus Sammy like a few weeks ago. But
we haven't seen Sky, though.
Yeah.
No, and that's what Page was pointing to Sky, and Sky was like, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't... Too much going on at the moment. Sorry. Why was Sammy out there? And then Cody interrupts him, and then Sammy's like, all right, and then one more thing, and then he's interrupted by actual heels.
It's weird because Sky and Page, their focus from joining seemed to be the TNT title. Right. They've kind of been like linked to it for quite a while, and then just had this random thing with American Top Team and Inner Circle. So now they're going back to wanting that title. But.
Chris Leone in the Twitch chat says, for whatever reason, Tony Schiavone was disgusted by this.
By Cody?
Was it by his back?
Right.
No, by Ethan Page.
Right.
Interrupting, or everyone interrupting,
yeah.
I guess. Poor Sammy. This guy's the champion, and he keeps getting dogged like this. Like, but he's winning his matches.
He is.
But yeah. I didn't...
he found the Bucks kissing Cole disgusting.
Tony, shame on you. I didn't like this segment, actually. I love Cody in a weird, strange way, and even I didn't like that. I think it's because Ego and Scorpio Sky. You could have just ended it there because it shows Cody's kind of a dick.
Well, I imagine it's setting up for them to interfere in the match,
right?
For that to make sense.
So we get Cody and Sammy versus them.
Probably, yeah.
Cody just teams with people to try to get there.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I don't want to see Dan Lambert back.
I like Dan Lambert.
He's good, but
he's great.
I think it's run its course. I don't know what else.
I think he's run his course with these two.
Sure.
I'm perfectly fine with Dan Lambert coming back for something, but I can't say these two need him.
No.
Page especially doesn't need him. But I'm all for Dan Lambert at some point. But give it a little break. He doesn't need to come back right away.
Yeah. We get a Jade and Rosa video here talking about their match and how Jade beat up her student, Thunder Rosa's student, and she's going to do the same to you.
And she said, and she's your top student, right? And I destroyed it.
Yeah.
She said, I ain't paid by the hour, I'm paid by the match. So I'm going to do stuff quick.
I'm going to beat you quick, too.
Yeah.
And she's that bitch.
She is that bitch. On that bitch show.
That bitch show.
Surprise, bitch.
It's a lot of bitches.
Yeah, a lot of bitches and pieces of shit.
We go to...
Thunder Rosa, replied as well.
Yeah,
said, you don't have any respect for anyone.
I didn't like... I kind of like Thunder Rosa's usually fiery and fired up. I thought it was a little just reading here or something, but...
It was a very quick, insert promo, but I agree. I prefer her when she's a little nuts.
Yeah. We go to Riho versus Jamie Hayter. Riho beat Britt Baker, and she's going to be getting a title shot, but here she's going up against the heavy, Jamie Hayter. Britt goes into the crowd before the match and sees someone's got a sign that says "Be a Hater," spelled hater, so she holds it up.
Yes.
Yeah, be a hater. And Riho, this match starts, is in the offense here, gets Hayter tripped into the ropes, hits a 619, and then a high cross body for a near fall. Riho then jumps to the outside, and Hayter was supposed to catch her, I think, but kind of doesn't, and then picks her up and acts like she caught her the whole time, and runs into the post there. Britt Baker and Reba, they're yelling, "Beat her ass," so Hayter beats down on her during the commercial break. When we come back, Hayter hits this kind of Bret Hart style jumping suplex, and then a bunch of clubs and strikes. Riho finally fires back. There's a dragon suplex for a near fall. There's then it's Hayter who comes back with this choke slam backbreaker where Riho, again, who's always looking smaller against her opponents, just looks like she bends in half the wrong way.
Riho is tiny, so all of these backbreakers and things just look way more painful.
Yeah,
looks pretty cool.
So this is a near fall because Riho gets out of it and kicks out. There's then some sort of move from Hayter that's countered into a code red from Riho for a 2.9 count there. Was pretty nice kick out. And then Riho sets her up for the diving stomp. It doesn't quite look impressive because she's really
so tiny.
Small. It doesn't
I'm
look
sure
like...
it would still hurt though.
I don't know. I genuinely don't think it would. You ever, like, a cat, like, always lands on their feet and all this stuff?
I'm pretty sure even if a child jumped off and stomped on your chest, it would hurt.
I guess. It did not look like it hurt at all. Hayter didn't know how to sell it because it just doesn't do anything. But a kick out from Hayter there. Reba tries to get involved, which causes a whole commotion and ends up costing Jamie the match because Riho hits an avalanche crucifix bomb and then a running knee strike for the win.
Yeah, pretty good between these two. I feel we haven't seen Riho for a long time. She had the match on Rampage the other week, which I didn't check out, but on Dynamite we haven't seen her for a while. And I find every time I watch her, I kind of forget, like she's so small, and she almost like wins me over every time I see her. Like I forget how good she is. I always think she's pretty exciting to watch. And Jamie Hayter's been impressing me. I thought this was all right.
Yeah, I had some stuff I didn't care for, but it was fine. Yeah, it was good. Riho versus Britt could be pretty good.
Riho versus Britt, yeah, and Britt's never beaten Riho.
What?
Yeah.
I said it a few times.
Yeah, they did. But I feel like we're building to Jamie being the actual contender
for Britt.
Down the line.
Yeah.
Because it feels like that's coming to an end.
Yeah. What, her title reign?
No, like their relationship, because they've been at each other a little bit, and
she keeps losing.
And Jamie losing here granted Riho the title shot.
True. Well, they say that this Friday it has that tag match on Rampage, and Taz is still upset from what happened earlier. So he says this Friday he's got some big breaking news for Rampage.
Ooh.
This Friday. Are you ready? Friday night on Rampage, Taz says, we send Hook.
I gotta check out this episode.
Hook versus Fuego del Sol is booked for Friday night Rampage.
And the graphic they showed of Hook, he's wearing little like MMA shorts.
Yeah.
He's fucking jacked.
That's right.
With his handsome face.
Did he have a bag of chips?
Let's go Hook.
He didn't have his bag of chips.
He didn't have a bag of chips, no this time.
He's all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Hook, do you see this actually happening, or does something happen?
I kind of wanted the debut of Hook to be against Punk when we had that whole thing going on.
Yeah, me too.
No, I think this could be it. I think the AEW don't really advertise something and pull it. Like if they promote something, they give it to you.
True. I've just been conditioned.
And are they taping that? No, I think this is separate, isn't it? They didn't tape it tonight, Rampage.
Really? No, I thought they did. I think they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll have to. I haven't looked on Twitter since we were recording the show. But does that mean Hook wrestles? Oh my goodness! I have to watch Rampage. I'm.
It might be happening right now.
It's actually happening.
Sean Ross Sapp just tweeted out 2 minutes ago. Hook debut.
Whoa! So he is wrestling. I'm gonna have to watch. 100%. Poor Fuego.
Yeah.
Too fast, too Fuego. Send Hook.
And apparently the crowd is loving it.
I mean, look at him. How would you not? How would you not cheer for this man? He's everything you want in wrestling. I do want Punk versus Hook. I think that still should have been the first match.
Yeah.
And he should have been the first guy to beat Punk in
first
that
one to beat
first
Punk.
Match and first one to beat Punk in his first match.
I think someone else is going to be the first to beat Punk very soon.
Okay. We go to announcements for next week. Obviously, it's the World Heavyweight title match, Hangman and Danielson. Not to be outdone, they've added a second match, which has just as much interest, honestly. Serena Deeb, Hikaru Shida. One more time.
Yeah, we've been loving this feud. And on Winter is Coming, like a big featured Dynamite, I'm really looking forward to this. Both matches have been excellent so far. And I think the feud has been really good. So I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yeah, matches at this point right now announced: Hangman Danielson, MJF Dante Martin, and Shida Deeb.
Yeah,
so
nice.
I could see them adding,
sounds great.
Yeah, I could see them adding a few different things. Maybe that multi-tag match we've been talking about. But again, they'll also be taping stuff for the Rampage to come. So, I mean, they got a lot of matches coming up. But next week looks good. So we then go to Tony Schiavone. He's trying to interview the Varsity Blondes, talking to them about their big win tonight. Julia, Bryan, Griff, they're all talking, but they're interrupted. What's with interruptions in wrestling? The lights go out, which can only mean one thing here in AEW. When they come back on, Malakai Black is standing just in front of them as they're all confused and wondering why. He slowly takes off his horns and his mask, and then he spits the mist into Julia Hart's face.
Yeah, poor Julia.
She screams.
What did she do to deserve it?
She falls over. She's like, my eyes, my eyes. And then Malakai has disappeared. And Griff goes to find help and try to chase Malakai back. And Bryan's like yelling, someone help us. Someone get out here. Help us. And Julie's just selling this mist to the eyes.
I have no interest in this at all.
What is this going to lead to? Both of them versus Malakai?
Like, no disrespect to Varsity Blondes.
Yeah.
But Malakai Black's been here a while now. And all he's done is feud with Cody. Like, that's it. And now he's spitting mist in cheerleaders' faces. Like, sorry, this doesn't really interest me. And this felt to me like the kind of the segment last week with Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy, where like, okay, why are the Varsity Blondes out again? We've already seen them.
Sorry, why was Sammy Guevara out early?
Why didn't you just do this after the match earlier? Have them going up the ramp and Tony going, quickly guys, great win for you. Like, coming out again to do this felt odd.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, this was... I didn't really like this.
Is it going to set up like they're going to have to fight him one-on-one and he beats both of them? Like, it's just... It doesn't really help them, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think this serves anyone.
Yeah,
really.
Especially like they're
you
on
need Black to have a big, proper feud against one of your top guys, I think. Sure, yeah.
He spit in his eye, remember?
Yeah, you still got that going on.
Malakai Black is that spitting dinosaur. He just keeps getting damn, right in the eyes. Poor Julia. What does this girl do?
What's Julia done?
To deserve this?
Yeah.
Spitting in
She hasn't been
faces.
on Dynamite for ages. She comes out and gets spat in the face.
Hype! Done.
Yeah.
Damn, the disrespect. Spitting in people's faces. That's one of the most disrespectful things you can do.
Especially today.
Yeah. This is COVID era.
Yeah.
You could be spitting in people's faces. You know? It's not good.
No. Don't spit in people's faces,
mean
guys.
Mean guy, that Malakai.
Yeah.
Mean guy, Malakai. We go to our main event. Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, going up against Long Island's own John Silver.
Yeah.
How many people are from Long Island?
A lot.
Long John Silver going up against the Dragon. Johnny Hungy chants ring out. The Dark Order see him out. They say, you got this. And he goes down to face Danielson. Danielson known for his kicks, but don't forget about Silver. He's got some rapid
Actually
kicks.
got a really similar style. Because
Yeah.
both have the great kind of fire-up sort of Super Mario moment as well, right?
Right, yeah.
I mean, Bryan, when he's a babyface. Both have really nice, stiff-looking kicks. Smaller in size, but pretty jacked and legit looking. Yeah, I was really excited for this one.
Yeah, Silver like counters a takedown attempt from Danielson and kind of like wrestling flips him, which pisses Danielson off, and that's when he starts to kick him as well. They go to PNP and Danielson's in control and starts being a dick, kind of taunting, teasing him, and when we come back, he's chopping Silver, just making his chest red.
He's going too easy.
Yeah, he's in the corner. The ref tells him to back up, and he says, "I've got till 5." There's a spot where Danielson jumps off the top rope for like some sort of drop kick, but in midair is countered into a sit-out power bomb from Silver, and then he ankle picks him and turns it into some sort of heel hook, and Danielson is scrambling to try to get out of it, and he starts kicking to escape. He starts trying to kick Silver in the head, and every time he nails and connects with a kick to the head, while Silver's still got the submission, Silver starts making these faces like, I got you. Nah, I'm not letting go. Finally, he lets go. He sends Danielson to the outside and a cannonball off the apron. He goes for a kick and back in the ring. Danielson stops it and then kicks of his own and just knocks him down. Goes for a pin, but it's kicked out of. There's then a pump kick to the back of the head from Silver, and then a crazy snap German suplex for a near fall. Silver getting the crowd riled up. He calls for the Spin Doctor. Great band, Spin Doctors. He goes for it, but it's countered into like a series of huge strikes from Bryan, and then he gets Silver down. He holds him down and just starts delivering those elbows, the rain of elbows, and then shakes his finger. He says, "I'm not done yet." And then Danielson hits Johnny Hungy with the Gotch-style pile driver. What? And then the ref is like, Bryce is like, "Yo, this guy's out. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And instead of going for the pin, Danielson puts in this like, what?
It was like the ring to Saturn, but it didn't look really tight.
He didn't need it tight.
It almost looked like he was holding him up to show like...
He's out.
He's out. He's done.
So the ref has no choice and calls the match. Danielson wins again. He's beaten all of these guys in the Dark Order. Right after this, he grabs a microphone. He says, "Uno, Cabana, Angels, Hungy, I beat them all. But I also promised I would kick his head in. And I'm going to kick his head in just like I'm going to kick Hangman's head in next week and take the world title." And then he drops the mic. He grabs Silver's arms and he starts doing those vicious stomps we've seen him do. And out comes Hangman for the save. He beats him up, and Bryan just runs out the ring. And Hangman quickly says, "Next week, I'm going to stomp the cowboy shit out of you." And that's AEW. But yeah, what do you think of the main event?
Yeah, really good. I'd have liked a bit more time with this, to be honest.
Me too.
I felt it just kind of got... Well, got going right from the beginning, but I wanted more before this finish here. But it started pretty late, and you had to have Hangman come out there. Right choice to end the show with this as well. This is your big match next week. You needed to end with that kind of square off between Bryan and Hangman.
For sure.
I enjoyed it. I think John Silver's great, and I want to see him in more featured matches.
Yeah, my only argument, my only thing I didn't like, as I agree, I think you could have gave them 20 minutes. It felt like they had maybe 10.
I felt we had a segment too many on this show tonight that you could have got rid of and gone a little longer.
Because this was just like a teaser of what you could probably get out of these two for
But it's showing, you needed to show Bryan as dominant going forward and just destroying these guys.
Well, he's beaten all of them. He's going to beat Hangman. Or the Wangman. In that graphic they put, it looks kind of like it says Wang. So he tweeted Wangman. And
Wangman.
He didn't say it tonight because he didn't want to.
He is hung, so...
He's the hung man.
He's the hung Wangman,
Hungman. That was AEW Dynamite. It had some stuff we kind of clearly we didn't like, but it kind of set me up for next week. It primed me.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. I think the MJF stuff was my highlight of tonight.
Yeah, did you see the sign his parents had? It has a picture of him from his when he was a little kid, and it says, "The last time our son wasn't an asshole."
Yeah, they're always tweeting out stuff about how their son's a dick. It's pretty great.
Yeah, they follow they should have been cheering at this point. I think since everyone else was, but yeah, it had a little bit of everything on this show, and definitely sets up for this kind of big show. I imagine they announce more matches for this kind of super show next week.
So what, 3 announced so far?
I mean, by the time you're listening,
you want to give it time. You're going to want to give the main event probably with entrances 30.
True.
So Deeb Sheeda, I'd like to have time as well. So maybe one match and a few segments, but tonight had I think 5 matches in total. I think 3 could be enough for the 2 hours.
Plus Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Is that what do you see?
Sure, yeah, if you put in that kind of elite segment as well.
Look, there's a lot of people saying it doesn't work that way because of contracts. I think it does work that way. I think he can.
Yeah, once his contract's ended, he can go.
Yeah. Okay, just completely out there. I don't think it's going to be happening.
Out there?
That needs to be his first shirt.
Out there.
Out there.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly. Just to mock that whole thing. The Bucks did the Okada thing. Okada's going to make it rain in Texas. He's going to show up.
What, at Windsor? No. This close to January 4th, not a chance. Not a chance.
True. You can't be traveling and stuff.
No way.
You can't be traveling and stuff. That's too bad. So the Bucks are just going to continue to tease that stuff. That's great. Yeah.
It might not have even been that.
No.
I know we pick up on it, but it's not like they did the Rainmaker pose or anything.
Yeah, once you said it, I was like, that is exactly how he does. Like,
Yeah,
of course,
he
everybody
does do the
claps,
over the head,
but they were like doing it in unison, like
Yeah.
mocking them. So that is pretty funny. Yeah, there's a lot of different storylines going forward. We got Dante Martin, MJF, but MJF,
that'll be weird.
MJF looked like a complete star in this thing. When do we see Punk versus MJF? You said you think that's going to be his first loss. I agree, it should be.
I think so.
Since it's not Hook.
I mean, you've got when's Battle of the Belts? Because you'd assume
Sometime early.
Yeah, you'd assume Hangman is defending the title on that show. So I think that will be MJF special in January. I can't see the date.
I mean, because aren't they...
So I think it could be pretty soon, like the first Dynamite of the new year.
Well, they're also moving to TBS.
Okay, first TBS show.
So that's a
Punk,
big...
MJF main event.
Yeah, that's a pretty
and
big
then you
one.
have Mjf Hangman at Battle of the Belts, or Revolution might be a bit too far.
Yeah, that's MJF Hangman for Revolution. That could be it.
Hangman at Revolution.
You said that a while ago. So
okay? January 8th is Battle of the Belts. So I don't know who Hangman would have then, unless you do a rematch with Bryan. If there's still some juice in that.
Interesting, yeah.
Or maybe he doesn't defend it. Maybe you have your TBS championship, your women's championship, your TNT title, the tags.
Yeah,
it's only an hour show, isn't it?
Oh, right. So
I think so.
Yeah.
So I can see them maybe doing like a YouTube pre-special thing like we've seen them do before.
Yeah.
But yeah, January 8th. Yeah, so Revolution makes sense for MJF, I would think.
Yeah, Revolution's in March, not February this year.
But it's cool that we can see we can see that far ahead, where it's clear where they're kind of moving certain pieces. And I think MJF in the last couple of months, especially, is on a different level.
Yeah, watching it tonight, I really love the Punk MJF stuff. I've been loving Punk since I said it. Once he started that feud with Eddie, I was like, okay, this is the guy you like. This, you've hit it. You got back into your groove, definitely. But it was so backwards watching this Bizarro World Long Island
loved
thing.
it.
But I loved it. Some of the best Brett stuff back in the day was like that awkward Bizarro stuff. So yeah, just great. I enjoyed this week's, but it definitely primed me for next week. I'm super excited for Hangman and Danielson. I mean,
it's gonna be awesome.
They should have time. They should definitely kill it. Predictions, obviously, I think Hangman's
got to retain. Yeah.
Deeb needs to beat Sheeta.
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's a lot in there with Deeb, how she can be this asshole, 1,000 holes.
Do you see Bryan reverting back to babyface? Does this humble him? A loss to Hangman?
Right away, he's like Shawn Michaels with the Hulk Hogan feud. Just instantly, right away, goes back to being babyface.
I can kind of see them doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
With it.
Yeah, where does he go after that? Yeah, I don't know.
Bryan, you can start to do the tag stuff, maybe, because Punk, if Punk's losing to MJF, maybe that's when you can have the Punk Bryan and the Bucks for Revolution.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, that's the Revolution.
Some people in the chat are saying they would rather see Danielson kind of stay heel for a little bit. Until someone really humbles him, like someone kicks him in the head or something. I need to see if Kyle O'Reilly is coming. That is definitely one of the top ones that you need to do right away. So like on a big, make it a big Dynamite thing and have that as your main, or do it on a pay-per-view.
Jungle Boy Bryan. If you're keeping Bryan if you're keeping Bryan heel,
right?
Jungle Boy Bryan.
Yeah, Jungle Boy Jurassic man.
Bryan Christian you can do during that feud at some point as well.
Yeah. Christian still eventually will turn on Jungle Boy, right?
He's got to, yeah.
We've been saying it since he got here.
I know.
He's a way better heel.
Yeah.
He's such a way better heel, but eventually he'll stop being their dad.
He'll come out on The Voice and just destroy Marco Stunt.
Oh my god. Chris Leone in the Twitch chat says Bryan versus Sting.
Yes.
Obviously.
Why not? Yeah.
Book it.
Sting can go.
Yeah. I mean, he lost to Triple H that one time.
Nah, it didn't happen.
If
it happened in WWE, it didn't happen.
They should book Danielson versus Sting and Danielson versus Darby.
Yeah.
And then he literally...
Oh, no Darby or Sting this week.
Yeah. Is Darby... Yeah, there's been a little bit... Yeah, true. Danielson should just squash Sting.
Yeah.
Like, just crush him.
Do a buckle bomb.
Oh! Yeah. That would be interesting. Just crush him, and that sets up the... That's the easiest thing to set up a feud with Darby. Attack Sting.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your match with Darby. Yeah, that would be interesting. There's a lot you can do. I think going forward in the next few months, like especially in the new year with the whole TBS thing, I think switching to TBS means more eyes, more viewers on this product in the United States, which means just more people will be watching it. I think going forward, like, look at all this stuff. Like, we're talking, we don't even want Johnny Gargano here right now. Yeah. That sounds insane, but there's so much going on that they're, like, setting in place. And Tony Khan, he loves to chat shit.
9 days.
9 days. He said somewhere in an interview, like yesterday, I think, he said, I just came to run a show on Long Island, and it's like, hey, they jump in front of the line, run a show ahead of me, referring to Vince. Try not to beat me in a market. Well, how did that work out? He's throwing bombs, throwing shade. Yeah. Damn. This crowd compared to that Raw crowd is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
100%.
Yeah. AEW, baby. So, yeah, the Twitch chat's asking before we log off again, more predictions for next week, but I think we kind of nailed it. Kyle. I don't know why I said Okada, but, sometimes...
I think just Kyle's enough.
Kyle? Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be all right. So that was Dynamite. We'll be back next week to chat all about it. We'll talk all about Winter is Coming.
Oh, yes.
Come hang out with us on Tuesday nights when we talk about NXT 2.0, and then we go live at 10:15 Eastern Time, and we do the same thing on Wednesday nights, just like tonight, on our Twitch. Shout out the Twitch chat room.
Yeah, Twitch room was great tonight.
Yeah, twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. So if you watch Dynamite and you're heated at what happened at Winter is Coming, we'll come hang out in the Twitch chat just afterwards. And hang out as we record this show. And a reminder for patreon.com/upNXT for all the podcasts that we do. So many shows, and it's only $5 North American tier. It's easy. You get an RSS link that links to your podcast apps, and it's all the podcasts at your leisure. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. So I've said it before. You want to get us a gift? Get yourself the gift. Get yourself a gift.
It's like what I got for you today.
It's for both of us.
It's for both of us, really, isn't it?
I got you something. What did you get me for Christmas? A pack of beer for both of us. A bottle for both of us. That's usually what we kind of do, though. We usually go, hey, I got you this bottle because we're going to drink it.
Hey, I got you a bottle of Terramana. Do you want some now? I mean, I'm going to pour myself one. So
got to get that aviation Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, I got you some Tim Biebs today.
You did, yeah.
Shout out Tim Biebs.
It was nice.
They were pretty good. That Bieber knows how to make donuts. I tried. No, I actually was too ashamed to ask.
Bottled it.
I wanted to ask the girl at Tim's, but I couldn't bring myself to be like, hey, do you have a Tim Biebs toque I can buy? I couldn't do it, man. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah. Shout out Tim Biebs. Shout out you guys for listening at upNXT Podcast on Twitter for all the updates and all the posts and everything like that. And we'll be back. But we appreciate you listening and checking us out. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. I am at the Brady.
And you can find me at Davie Portman.
Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And long live the greatest babyface in the history of professional wrestling, MJF.
Ahoy!
First time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady DVP, the BDElite.